Made a boatload, about $80 million on RBK. We really exist based on the loss on the bidding war for LeBron. RBK had $80 million laying there when Nike got LeBron for $120. If that money wasn't sitting there, Paul Fireman wouldn't have did the lifestyle brand and they brought Daddy Yankee and Jay-Z's and Scott Carter and G-Unit shoes to the table. Like, we wouldn't have received that opportunity. They wouldn't have had the money laying there for me to go get it. So he knows I know. LeBron James, that's what I'm saying.
He knows that I know. LeBron James is what I'm saying. We know, 50. We know. We know that you are not a person to be messed with. We know that you are a person that, you know, is always on top of your business and every single thing that you do. And this should be of no surprise to anybody that has been a part of the shoe game or even studied the shoe game or studied the basketball game over the past 20 to 25 years. You understand the signature shoe business. You understand how something like this could quite possibly happen. What we're going to do in this video is I'm going to break this down. Right, it's going to kind of take us to the format of the old videos I used to do. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break down the business aspect of it. I'm going to give you the background of what's going on with the shoe circuits then compared to what's going on now and how this can affect any basketball player going forward. So if you know of any basketball players or anybody that's a 50 Cent fan, a LeBron James fan, somebody that, you know, plays AAU, wants to play on a Nike EYBL circuit, send this video to them right now. Click share and send it to them right now. While you down there, pause, click like, click is it subscribe or is it follow? Wherever you watching me, click subscribe and make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. My ducks, my swans, welcome to the pond. My name is Coach Duck, and right here we're gonna break down how 50 Cent was able to make $80 million replacing LeBron. Number one, AAU shoe circuits. For those y'all that don't understand what AAU shoe circuits are, I'm about to give you the whole rundown in a very, very quick synopsis. So, when Michael Jeffrey Jordan was drafted by the Chicago Bulls in 1984. He was getting recruited by all of these shoe companies. All of this was documented or, you know, sensationalized in the movie Air. And Michael Jordan ended up signing with Nike. And he was the first rookie to ever have his own signature shoe. He was the first NBA athlete to have his own shoe, period. And because of this, that shoe went absolutely insane because Michael Jordan's play went absolutely insane. Nike set all types of sales records, and from that point forward, anybody that was in the athletic apparel business, they were thinking about, we gotta find our Jordan, we gotta find our Jordan, we gotta find our Jordan. So what they started doing was Nike, Adidas, Reebok, they started trying to get to the talent as early as they possibly could. The first thing they did is they started giving all the money to these college basketball coaches, because back in the 80s, college basketball coaches weren't making the salaries that they're making today. Right? A lot of them were making six figures if they were lucky. But once the shoe money came in, John Thompson, who was at Georgetown, hey, Big John, y'all got an amazing program here in the 1980s. Y'all winning national championships. You got Hoya Paranoia. Everybody is wearing the Georgetown merch all over the country, regardless if they know that's attached to one of the most prestigious universities in the country. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give you money and we're gonna give you shoes and gear for your team to wear. That's a win-win for Big John. And once he started doing it, Jim Boeheim at Syracuse wanted to do it, Louis Carnesecca at St. John's wanted to do it, Rolly Massimino at Villanova wanted to do it, and that's how the Big East turned into the Big East. If y'all want me to do a video on the breakdown of the Big East and why it's trash today, write that in the comments right now. So once that started happening with the colleges, the high school coaches started looking around like, hold up, I'm the one sending my talent to your school where you gonna get all this money. Why can't they sponsor our high school team? So Nike and Adidas and Reebok started sponsoring the high school team. And this kind of came to a head in the early 2000s, around 2003, when LeBron James was hands down the best amateur basketball prospect in the world when he was 15 years old. He went to St. Vincent St. Mary's in Akron, Ohio. Adidas sponsored St. Vincent St. Mary's. They sent reps to live in Akron for LeBron's last 2 years of high school. When you go back and you look at old footage, that's why you see Adidas all over LeBron. It was a foregone conclusion that he was going to sign with LeBron. That summer, LeBron played with the Oakland Soldiers, which also had a kid named Kendrick Perkins, who was a number 2 player in the class of 2003 from Houston, Texas. So you had an AAU team that was based in Oakland, California, that had the best player in Ohio and the best player in Texas. This was the Wild Wild West in AAU back then. And I don't know who they were sponsored by. Y'all can go look that up. But it was a foregone conclusion that LeBron is going to sign with Adidas. Sonny Vaccaro documents this and he talks about this. Sonny Vaccaro is a legend in this shoe business. When none of this have happened, it wasn't for Sonny. He talks about how he was telling Gloria, LeBron's mom, you're going to get $100 million. That's the price.
We opened up the contract. It wasn't $100 million. They had incentives in there.
Oh.
Well, my first thing was, you're giving a guy $100 million. You're worrying about incentives. You're hoping he can play. I mean, that's bullshit. Excuse me.
Adidas offered LeBron a contract, and Maverick Carter's talked about this too. They wanted LeBron to sign for $10 million right there if he didn't talk to Nike. And of course, he didn't take that. When it came to the final contract, they were short. They lowballed him. He went to go meet with Nike. Nike offered him $100 million, and the rest is history. LeBron became a Nike athlete. And from that point forward, every shoe company was like, Nike just found the next LeBron James. We have to do this as well. So they started pumping all of this money into amateur basketball, AAU, boys, girls, high school, college, whatever. And that's why AAU blew up to what it is today, because everybody was trying to get their piece of the signature shoe business. Number 2, what is this? Number 2, rappers came to save the day. So because everybody was coming into the signature shoe business, it became oversaturated. In addition to that, Michael Jordan had exceptional star power. LeBron James had exceptional star power. Penny Hardaway had exceptional star power. Allen Iverson, Grant Hill. Even when you look at other sports, Ken Griffey Jr., Deion Sanders. These people had exceptional star power. So therefore, whenever they dropped a signature shoe, people followed it. After LeBron, that star power kind of faded away. Kobe came over to Nike, and of course, Kobe had a star power. And you had KD, and you had Kyrie, and you had guys that were able to drop shoes that a lot of players and a lot of people wear. But the signature shoe business slowly but surely started to fade. And so what they did is once Adidas had that money left over for not getting LeBron, they were looking around like, yo, we have to give this marketing budget of shoes inside the entertainment industry, we have to give it to somebody. And 50 Cent having the relationships that he did, they went and gave the deal to 50 Cent and G-Unit, and that's how we got them G-Unit sneakers. And that's how we got them S-Dot sneakers. And that's how we got Daddy Yankee sneakers. So once Reebok started doing that, they started getting some market share. Adidas looked at that and Nike looked at that. Was like, yo, what can we do to go get rappers? So what did Nike do? They went and got Kanye West, and they had him design the original Yeezy. And I think for some people, y'all sneakerheads in here, y'all let me know what y'all favorite Yeezys is, but I think some people would argue that the best Yeezys Kanye ever released were under Nike. But we all know what happened with that, right? They wasn't funding Kanye's ideas. They were trying to put him in the box. Kanye wasn't with that. He went over to Adidas. Adidas, who had been losing market share because Derrick Rose got hurt, Dwight Howard got hurt, Gilbert Arenas got kicked out the league. They didn't have any stars anymore. Kanye was able to elevate Adidas and bring Yeezys over there, and all that stuff went through the roof. And then Kanye, decided to be the vocal man that he is, and then he said, I want out of his contract. If you want to go look up what happened with Kanye West and Adidas, you can go do that on your own. But Kanye West showed that a rapper can absolutely carry a shoe brand for a limited period of time, especially more so than a football player, baseball player, and nearly every single basketball player. But what happened is so many shoes got released. So many retros came back, retro Jordans, retro Air Maxes, retro Ken Griffey's, in addition to a bunch of new shoes that had diluted the market. And then designer shoes started coming in there. Kanye was a part of designer shoes starting to be in urban footwear as well. And now people just didn't care about Jordans, or they didn't care about LeBrons or KDs or Kobe's like they used to. So that industry completely just went to crap. The signature shoe business is not what it once was. And that leads us to the third and final point, how AAU shoe circuits are today. So there's 3 major AAU shoe circuits. You got Nike, you got Adidas, you got Under Armour. The one you're gonna primarily hear me talk about the most is Nike EYBL. Outside of the NBA, I don't think that there is a more competitive league than Nike EYBL basketball. The EuroLeague, obviously, there's grown men. There's people over there in the EuroLeague that were stars here or were raised with that system. But if you're in the EuroLeague, that means that you can't play in the NBA. It's not like that it used to be back in the day where, okay, I'm staying in the EuroLeague because they pay me well over here and it's hard for me to come over to the NBA. It's not like that. If you're good enough to come and play in the NBA, you're going to play in the NBA. So most people in the EuroLeague just can't play in the NBA. G League goes back and forth between the NBA, but most people in the G League are not going to have long NBA careers. If you go to any Nike EYBL event, you are going to see future MVPs, future All-Stars, future Hall of Famers right there, up close, in person, in real time. It doesn't matter what year it is. There's going to be exceptional Hall of Fame, elite basketball talent playing in Nike EYBL. So because of this, it's become its own show of its own. All the college coaches go. A lot of high school coaches go to recruit there. Montverde recruits there. Prolific Prep recruits there. IMG recruits there. La Lemure recruits there. Agents are all up in there. Every agency has runners, if not actual agents in there. Basketball media people are all up in there. Nike EYBL events are the who's who of basketball. So if you are anyone who is trying to make it in this basketball thing, you need to be involved in Nike EYBL or have a deep relationship with people with Nike EYBL. Because now the NBA has seen the value in Nike EYBL, and you see they're showing the Nike EYBL games on the NBA app. Peach Jam is basically the Midsummer Classic for basketball when we're not in Olympic season. And that's not saying that Adidas and Under Armour don't pump out great players too. Even Puma, they do as well. But Nike is the one that reigns supreme. And now that's become an incubator and a development center for our elite basketball talent. And it's also been a place where you can build your brand early. It's the reason that Cooper Flagg has the brand that he has right now. He dominated Nike EYBL 6 teams. He was completely destroying everybody. Carry that over to USA Basketball, carry that over to Montverde, carry it over to Duke, and now he's going to carry that over to at least being a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. You see how all these dots connect? We start off with 50 Cent talking about how he got $80 million replacing LeBron, and now here we are with Cooper Flagg's draft status. That's this entire basketball ecosystem in a whole. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about next. I'm out the pond. Y'all stay true.
On Easter Sunday, got a call. My uncle's car done hit a wall. I didn't believe it. I still had sleep and crust on my eyes was still on. My cousin Nikki said it's all bad. She the law school grad, she done played that.